All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something that I know a lot of you are super curious about,
Hmm.
and that is using herbs for blood sugar management.
Absolutely.
We had a listener write in an article, and it seems like, everyone these days is looking for natural ways to kind of
Yeah.
support their health. And this is a really interesting area, so we're going to unpack it and hopefully uncover some surprising insights along the way.
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised. I think that a lot of people think of these as just kind of old wives' tales.
Right.
Um, but there's actually a lot of science behind them. There's real science backing up a lot of these traditional remedies.
Yeah,
So we'll get into that. But before we get too excited, it's important to remember that conventional medicine is still the cornerstone of
absolutely.
diabetes management. So we really want to think of these as potential allies,
Yeah.
not replacements for your doctor's recommendation.
Yeah. Right. Totally agree. Safety first, always. Honestly, though, I'm already intrigued. Some of these herbs are things I have in my kitchen, and
Yeah.
I had no idea they had this hidden potential.
Yeah.
So let's start with one that's probably in everyone's spice cabinet, cinnamon.
Sure.
I mean, I love the smell, I love the flavor,
Yeah.
but blood sugar benefits, that's news to me.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that it's not just for cozy lattes.
Right.
Cinnamon actually works on multiple levels to help regulate blood sugar. It can improve your insulin sensitivity.
Really?
Oh, yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, one study found that there was a 20% improvement
Wow.
in insulin sensitivity after just 40 days
Wow.
of consuming cinnamon. And it even certain compounds in cinnamon actually mimic the action of insulin itself.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like a natural boost for your body's blood sugar control system.
So 20%. That's remarkable. I always thought of cinnamon as more of just like, a flavor enhancer. I didn't realize it was this powerhouse. Okay, so I'm ready to sprinkle cinnamon on everything now. But I've heard there are different types of cinnamon. Does that matter?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
And it actually does matter. Not all cinnamon is created equal.
Okay.
Ceylon cinnamon is kind of the way to go,
Okay.
especially if you're using it regularly. And that's because it has lower levels of coumarin,
Okay.
which is a compound that can be harmful to your liver in large amounts. Cassia cinnamon is the kind that you usually find in the supermarkets.
Right.
And that has much higher coumarin levels.
Good.
So you want to use that more sparingly.
Okay, good to know. I'll definitely be checking my labels from now on. Speaking of spices that are good for blood sugar,
Yes.
let's move on to another one that I use a lot in my cooking.
Okay.
Fenugreek.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a staple in Indian cuisine, but I never connected it with blood sugar.
Yeah, fenugreek is a fascinating one.
Yeah.
It's packed with soluble fiber, which slows down digestion,
Okay.
which can help prevent those drastic blood sugar spikes after meals.
Ah, okay.
But it also does something pretty unique. It actually stimulates insulin production. So it's kind of tackling it from two angles.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do people traditionally use it for this? Is it as simple as adding it to my curries?
Well, a traditional method is to soak the seeds overnight and drink the water on an empty stomach.
Oh, wow.
It might sound a bit unusual,
Yeah.
but it's a practice that's been passed down for generations.
Yeah.
But you're right. Incorporating fenugreek powder
Ah.
into your cooking is a great way to get those benefits too.
Okay, so we've got cinnamon, we've got fenugreek. Now for something completely different, bitter melon. I'll be honest,
Yeah.
the name alone makes me a little hesitant. Have you ever tried it?
I have. And let's just say it lives up to its name.
Okay.
But don't let the bitterness deter you. This is a serious player in traditional medicine,
Okay.
especially in Asia and Africa, where it's been used to manage diabetes for centuries.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity. What makes it so effective?
Well, bitter melon contains several compounds that act like insulin in the body, helping to lower blood sugar levels. And one of these is keratin, which has even been shown to regenerate beta cells in the pancreas,
Wow.
which is a pretty big deal.
That's huge, considering those cells are responsible for producing insulin.
Exactly.
That's incredible. So how do you even consume this unique vegetable?
Yeah, well, you can find it in Asian markets. Some people juice it, others cook it into dishes.
Okay.
But be warned, the taste is definitely an acquired one.
Okay.
There are also supplements available, but as always, best to consult with your doctor before trying anything new, especially if you're already on medication.
Absolutely good point.
Hmm.
It's amazing how powerful some of these natural remedies can be, but it's important to approach them with caution.
I agree.
Okay, let's switch gears to something a bit more familiar.
Yep.
Aloe vera, I use it for sunburns all the time.
Yeah.
But blood sugar benefits?
Right.
That's a new one.
Yeah, aloe vera is a real multitasker.
Apparent.
Beyond its soothing properties for the skin, it's also a potent anti-inflammatory, which can be incredibly helpful for managing blood sugar.
Okay.
And research suggests that consuming aloe vera gel can improve glycemic control and even reduce fasting blood sugar and HbA1c levels, which is a marker of long-term blood sugar control.
So how do you even consume aloe vera? Are we talking about, like, eating the plant?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not chomping on the leaves. The gel is what you want.
Okay.
You can mix it with water or blend it into a smoothie.
Hmm.
I've even seen recipes for aloe vera juice, although I can't vouch for the taste.
Maybe we'll leave that one for another episode.
Yeah.
Any precautions we should be aware of?
Yeah. It's important to start with a small amount and see how your body reacts, because too much aloe vera can cause digestive upset. And of course, always check with your doctor before adding it to your routine, especially if you have any digestive issues.
Right. Okay, so we've covered cinnamon, fenugreek, bitter melon, aloe vera. Now let's move on to an herb that immediately caught my eye because of its nickname.
Okay.
Gymnema sylvester, also known as the sugar destroyer.
Yeah.
With a name like that, how could we not talk about it?
That's a great one.
Right.
Gymnema sylvester has a long history in Ayurvedic medicine for addressing high blood sugar. And the nickname is pretty accurate.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
How does the sugar destroyer live up to its name?
Well, first of all, it can actually block sugar receptors on your taste buds. So after taking Gymnema sylvester, sweet foods might not taste as sweet.
Wow.
Which can be incredibly helpful for reducing cravings.
So it's like tricking your taste buds into thinking things aren't as sweet.
Yeah.
That's wild. What about actual blood sugar levels? Does it impact that directly?
It does. It absolutely does. Beyond reducing those cravings, Gymnema sylvester also improves insulin sensitivity, helping your body use insulin more effectively. And some studies suggest that it may even help regenerate those insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas.
Regenerating beta cells. That's the second herb we've talked about today that can do that. That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
Okay. So with all those benefits, I'm definitely intrigued. How do you usually take this?
So it's typically taken in supplement form, but it's really important to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you're already on diabetes medication. They can help determine the right dosage and monitor for any potential interactions.
Good advice. I imagine something that powerful could definitely have some interactions. Okay, we've covered quite a few herbs already, and I'm already feeling like I've learned so much.
Yeah.
There's one more I want to discuss before we move on to part 2.
Okay.
It's another spice cabinet staple, and it seems like everyone's talking about its health benefits these days. Turmeric.
Well, turmeric is definitely having a moment, and for good reason. The active compound in turmeric is curcumin.
Right.
And it's a powerhouse of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity.
Yeah.
Those properties alone are amazing for your overall health. But when it comes to blood sugar management, curcumin really shines.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does curcumin specifically help with blood sugar?
Well, it works on multiple levels, similar to cinnamon. It improves insulin sensitivity so your body can use insulin more effectively. It also protects against damage from high blood sugar because of its potent anti-inflammatory properties. And some research even suggests that curcumin might help prevent the development of type 2 diabetes in those who are at risk.
So it's not just for flavoring my curry anymore. It sounds like turmeric, or curcumin specifically, could be a really valuable tool for both preventing and managing blood sugar issues.
Exactly. And it's generally safe and well tolerated, which makes it a great option for people looking for natural ways to support their health.
Okay, so what's the best way to get those benefits? Is sprinkling turmeric on everything enough, or is there a more effective approach?
Including turmeric in your cooking is a great start. But if you're looking to really boost your curcumin intake, supplements are a good option. And here's a pro tip. Take curcumin supplements with black pepper.
Oh, really?
It contains a compound called piperine that enhances curcumin absorption significantly.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. I literally have both of those in my spice rack right now.
There you go.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground already, and I'm blown away by how much I've learned about these everyday herbs.
Yeah.
Before we take a break and move on to part 2, are there any other herbs that you think we should touch on?
There are a few more. We still need to talk about holy basil, berberine garlic, and ginger.
Oh,
They each have their own unique properties and benefits for blood sugar management.
okay. We're just getting started. This deep dive is turning out to be way more exciting than I anticipated. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back in a flash to explore even more powerful herbs.
Welcome back. We've got even more herbs to uncover in our deep dive into blood sugar management.
I'm ready for more. I'm already adding cinnamon and fenugreek to my grocery list. What else is out there?
Well, we left off talking about turmeric, and there's another herb with kind of similar superpowers that I think deserves a spot on our list.
Okay.
Holy basil.
Holy basil.
Yeah.
Okay, that one sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it's also known as tulsi, and it's a staple in Ayurvedic medicine. It's been used for centuries to manage all sorts of health issues, including blood sugar.
Hmm. What's the story there?
Well, aside from its kind of spiritual significance in Hinduism, holy basil is a potent adaptogen,
Okay.
meaning it helps your body cope with stress.
Right.
And when it comes to blood sugar, stress is a major culprit in those unwanted spikes.
That's true.
So holy basil is kind of coming in on multiple fronts here. It improves pancreatic beta cell function, it enhances insulin secretion,
Wow.
and it kind of keeps those stress hormones in check.
It's like a triple threat.
Exactly. It's like a triple threat for blood sugar balance.
That's amazing. I'm really starting to see the theme here. Like these herbs aren't just working on one thing. They're kind of like
Yeah.
multifaceted.
They're working on multiple levels to support our health.
So how do you typically use holy basil? Is it something you eat or drink?
You can actually use it in a few different ways. You can brew a tea with the leaves.
Yeah.
You can even chew fresh leaves on an empty stomach. Or add the dried leaves to your cooking. It has a slightly peppery, minty flavor that works well in a lot of different dishes.
Definitely gonna have to experiment with that. Okay, so we've got cinnamon, fenugreek, turmeric, holy basil. Now, for one that's completely new to me, berberine.
Okay.
What can you tell me about that one?
Berberine is fascinating because it's not actually an herb itself,
Oh,
but rather an active compound found in various plants,
okay.
like barberry, Oregon grape, and golden seal. And when it comes to blood sugar management, berberine is a real powerhouse.
A powerhouse. Okay, I'm officially intrigued. How does it work?
Well, berberine has this really remarkable ability to increase insulin sensitivity.
Okay.
In fact, some studies suggest that it can be as effective as metformin,
Wow.
which is a common diabetes medication, in improving how your body uses insulin. It also reduces glucose production in the liver,
Oh.
further contributing to lower blood sugar levels.
Wow, so it's tackling it from a couple different angles again.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of these other herbs. Is it something you can get from food, or do you need to take a supplement?
You can find small amounts of berberine in some foods,
Okay,
but supplements are really the most effective way to get a therapeutic dose.
got it.
However, and this is incredibly important, berberine supplements should only be taken under the guidance of a healthcare professional.
Why is that? Are there some risks involved?
Yeah, there are some potential interactions with certain medications, and it's really important to make sure that it's safe for you to take, especially if you have any underlying health conditions.
Okay.
So your doctor can help determine the right dosage and monitor for any side effects.
Okay, good reminder. Even natural remedies can have some powerful effects. It's important to approach them with respect.
Absolutely.
Speaking of powerful, let's move on to another kitchen staple that packs a punch. Garlic.
Yes.
I love garlic in my cooking, but I never knew it could help with blood sugar.
Yeah, garlic is another one of those everyday ingredients with some hidden superpowers.
It seems like all of them are, which is amazing. So how does garlic help with blood sugar?
Well, it contains compounds that increase insulin secretion, meaning your body is releasing more insulin to help lower blood sugar levels.
Okay.
It also improves insulin sensitivity, so your cells are more responsive to insulin.
Okay.
And on top of that, garlic's potent antioxidant properties
Yeah.
can help protect against the long-term complications that can arise from high blood sugar, like nerve and blood vessel damage.
Talk about a multitasker.
I know, right?
So is it better to eat it raw, or does cooking it kind of destroy those properties?
While cooked garlic is still beneficial, consuming it raw is thought to maximize those blood sugar lowering effects.
Okay.
I know it can be a bit pungent,
Yeah.
but even a clove or two a day can make a difference.
Challenge accepted. I can handle a little garlic.
Okay.
Last but not least, we have another familiar friend, ginger.
Ah, ginger.
Like garlic, a staple in my kitchen, but I had no idea it could help with blood sugar management.
Yeah. Ginger is another powerhouse when it comes to health benefits, and its impact on blood sugar is especially noteworthy.
Okay. I'm all ears.
Wow.
What makes it so good for blood sugar?
Well, it's been shown to improve fasting blood sugar levels and enhance insulin sensitivity,
Oh, okay.
much like a lot of the herbs we've talked about. But what's really interesting is that ginger's powerful anti-inflammatory properties can help reduce the risk of those long-term diabetes complications, like nerve damage, heart disease, and kidney problems.
So it's a win-win. You get the blood sugar benefits, and then you get that added protection.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm officially convinced that ginger deserves a starring role in my daily routine. How do you like to use it?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. You can add fresh ginger to your tea smoothies, stir-fry soups,
Right.
you name it.
Yeah.
And if you're not a fan of the taste, ginger supplements are also readily available.
Fantastic. We've covered so much ground today, from cinnamon to ginger, and I'm blown away by the sheer variety and power of these natural remedies. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else you'd like to emphasize about these herbs and their role in blood sugar management?
Yes, I think it's really important to reiterate that while these herbs offer some really promising benefits, they should always be seen as a complement to, not a replacement for
Right.
conventional medical treatment.
Absolutely. Working with your doctor is key. They can help you determine, the right dosage for you and monitor for any potential interactions.
Exactly.
It's all about safety.
Yes, safety first.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. I've learned so much about these powerful herbs, and I'm feeling so inspired to explore them further. Before we wrap up, what are some key takeaways you'd like our listeners to remember?
I think one of the biggest takeaways is that nature really holds so much potential when it comes to supporting our health. These herbs, a lot of them, like we've been saying, are things we have in our kitchens already, have this amazing ability to help manage blood sugar levels.
And it's fascinating to me how they work on so many different levels. Like we've talked about improving that insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, and even regenerating those beta cells in the pancreas.
It's really incredible.
It's amazing. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
It's about figuring out what works best for you and your body
Absolutely.
and working with your healthcare provider to kind of come up with a plan that addresses all those different aspects. This has really sparked a lot of curiosity in me.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go do some more research and experiment with some of these herbs in my own kitchen and kind of see what positive changes I experience.
That's fantastic. I always encourage people to approach their health with a sense of curiosity
Yeah,
and to be an active participant in their own well-being.
absolutely.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, explore different options, and find what resonates with you.
Well said. Well, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
I've learned so much about these powerful herbs, and I hope our listeners are feeling just as inspired as I am to explore this world of natural remedies.
Me too. And remember, knowledge is power. And the more we understand about the options that are available to us, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions about our health.
Couldn't agree more. Keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into this world of natural wellness. Until next time, stay curious and stay well.